Welcome to Pyramid Valley International. This video is to show you what this meditation center is all about. I'm going to take you through all the spots which are really nice and which have their own significance. I'll also be taking you through the food that we ate here and in general everything that you can do as a tourist, or if it's your first time, what you need to know if you come here for a day trip or if you come here for the residential program. I'll be sharing all that information in this video. However, I will not be sharing my personal journey, my spiritual journey, my personal growth here that I've had in the last 3 days. That is something very personal to me, and I think it's subjective to every person, because a lot of people come here carrying their own baggages, carrying their own past, their journey, and it's not my place to kind of comment on that. So this is more like a top level video explaining what this property, this place is all about, what you need to know if you come here as a first timer. So I have checked out of my hotel in Bangalore city and I'm heading to Kanakpura, which is where Pyramid Valley is located. It's a meditation center, as I mentioned. It's my first time living inside a meditation center. My plan is to spend the last leg of my trip here. I have never lived inside a meditation center, so it's the first for me, and I'm excited to see how it goes. Honestly, the pictures look really good online, and if the reality is going to be the same, I will only know once I get there. But for now, enjoy the road views. So this is the road leading to the Pyramid Valley. I am apparently just a minute away. I'm still trying to figure out where is the entrance. This is the reception area. So as soon as you enter, this is the first spot that you will see, and you have to check yourself in here before you proceed. I'm having my first dinner here, which is something very healthy, and everything is vegetarian. One thing that is a little surprising for me is that there are no spoons and no forks here. It's basically roti with dal, and there's a cabbage chutney, rice with rasam, and there's buttermilk, which I'm going to take later. So I think my meals are going to be very simple, home cooked for the next 3 to 4 days, because I plan to leave after 3 nights. So this is my first meal that I'm having, and very happy to try like home cooked meal after like 2.5 weeks of traveling around and eating a lot of outside food. So today is day 2 at Pyramid Valley. Yesterday I didn't really shoot much. I checked in. I'm staying in a dorm because none of the private rooms are available. Apparently they're all booked way in advance. So I'm staying in a female dorm which has around 20 beds, and there are apparently around 7 people booked right now. So it's fairly empty and pretty clean. Honestly, it's quite well maintained. I checked in and I just kind of relaxed for a bit, had dinner, which I have shown you already, and just called it a night and slept for about 10-11 hours. Kind of caught up on the sleep from the last few days, and now I'm heading to breakfast. So every weekend they have like a special menu, and the menu normally keeps changing every day, but today is extra special. So let's see what's there for breakfast. There is dosa for breakfast, there is tomato rice, and there is coconut chutney. There's also tea, coffee, and there's roti and dal from last night as well, which they're serving for breakfast. It's completely vegetarian, as I've mentioned, and you have to kind of wash your own plates after you're done. There is no cutlery available, which is fine. Honestly, you don't really need it. There are people who will re-wash the plates in a better way, but you need to kind of rinse it and give it to them. So you have a lot of these kind of boards with quotes and sayings everywhere around the property, which I find is very cool. This is one of the areas where you can come and meditate. Unfortunately, the lights are switched off right now for this place, but there are some sessions that happen here. But even if there are no sessions, you can just sit here and spend some time by yourself. This is one of the meditation spots. We have one of the volunteers here who is going to be volunteering here for 1 month from 5th December to 5th Jan. She doesn't speak English. She speaks very little English and no Hindi. So I'm going to try to kind of understand what she has to say. From what I understand, she's from Chiknaya Kanhali. It's in Karnataka somewhere. And she's not married. She has no kids. She's a free bird and she can roam around and do whatever she wants. And she's here for a month to volunteer. Can you tell us more? Which god do you believe in? Sati Sai. Okay, she believes in Sati Sai god. I'm honestly not very well versed with a lot of Indian gods in South India, but you can tell us more what you do.
Balvikas in charge, district in charge.
Okay,
Service.
you're a district in charge.
Charge,
Okay,
30
you
years.
are retired, but you're doing this voluntarily. Okay, nice. And how has your experience been at Pyramid Valley so far?
One friend introduced that.
Oh, one friend told you about this place, and it's been about how many days? 2-3 days, right? 2 weeks actually since you're here, right? How has it been? Is it good experience?
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay, awesome. So guys, she's actually taking care of our girls' dorm. So there are like 2 volunteers, you know, who are kind of around with us, and if we need anything, they're always there. So she's one of them, and she's been very helpful to me ever since I've come, which is yesterday. So yeah, thank you so much. What you see in front of me is an artificial lake, which is inside the premises of Pyramid Valley, and you can also do kayaking or boating here. The cost for the same is 100 rupees per person, and that lasts around 20 minutes. When you Google Pyramid Valley, this is probably the first image that you will see of the pyramid. It is said that any structure made with any material, if it's in a 51-degree angle like the pyramid, it has high energy for meditation. And this is why you will see a lot of places here also having pyramid structures where you can actually just sit inside and meditate and just spend time by yourself. You can already see a couple of people doing that. So this is a park area of sorts, which is very close to the artificial lake that I just showed you. And unfortunately, the main pyramid here is under construction, which is why I cannot really go inside. But usually they have about 1,000 people or 2,000 people inside seated, meditating all together during certain hours, which is about 10:30 to 12:30 during the day. There's also a library here where you can sit and read books, but currently it's closed because there's some construction going on. And in the same premises, this is the main pyramid building where you also have the sleeping Buddha, and you have a bookstore there, which is really nice. You can purchase books, or there are several other things that you can purchase, and that's the bridge. It's like one of the best photo points in Pyramid Valley. And yeah, that's about it. So I got a chance to go inside the big pyramid. Apparently you still can go inside even though the construction is going on, and you can meditate inside the pyramid. Right when you get out, inside the premises of the pyramid, you have this bookshop cum souvenir shop where you can buy tons of things related to meditation and self-care. There are really nice books here which you can buy in different languages, mainly Kannada, Hindi and English. And you also have a lot of other things here which can help you get more in place with yourself. So these are all self-help equipments and toys that can help you beat a lot of mental health issues. They also make their own products here, like organic products like coconut oil. There's some natural jaggery. Then they also have these candies made with amla. And they also have honey, which is sold out at the moment. There's also Anjeer Barfi, which is made with figs. It's a sweet made with figs. And tons of other products which are made here. They have an organic farm where all these products are grown and made and sold in the store. So this is the other exit/entrance of the main pyramid here that you see. I entered from the other side and I exited from this side, where there is a bookstore, there's a library, and there's also a lake here. So while all the meals are technically free, this place also has a vegetarian restaurant where everything is 100% vegetarian. They have Punjabi food, they have naan, kulchas, paneer ki sabzi. They also have chaat, they have bread pakoras, they have tea, coffee, a variety of other kinds of beverages, and also cold drinks and soft drinks as well. So you have an option to come here and eat lunch at this place and pay for it instead of going for the free meals as well. This is what the place looks like. This is the chaat corner where you can order your bhel puri, sev puri and a variety of other chaat items. And this is the menu, which is vegetarian. So as I mentioned, there's salads and Punjabi food, and there's bread pakoras and puris and stuff as well. There's cold beverages, hot beverages. You can pay for it and get whatever you want from this restaurant and eat here. I decided to have lunch here at the vegetarian restaurant instead of eating lunch at the free meals place, which was included in our package, because I wanted to try the vegetarian food here. A lot of it has no garlic and no mushrooms. They do use onions, but besides that, they don't use a lot of things that cause acidity, as I mentioned earlier. It is sattvic food majorly, and they try to stick to that. But let's see how this is. I've heard the pani puri is not something that you get in Bombay. It's slightly different. It's also my first time having pani puri in Karnataka. This pani puri is not the same that you get in Mumbai. To begin with, they've used carrots in the pani puri, and the stuffing inside is also not the same. This is not the tamarind chutney that we have. It is also very different and spicy, and this is the mint coriander chutney, which is kind of similar, but the overall taste is quite different, but I like it. And then you have the watermelon juice and the cheese chili naan without garlic. Can't wait to try. We are now heading to the organic farm where a lot of produce is grown here, and the produce that's grown here is actually used in the food that we are eating here. So it's pretty organic and quite fresh. And also I am told that it doesn't have any garlic. Ideally it should not have any onions as well, but I think in some food they do use onions. But there's no garlic and there's no mushroom used in the food. And the reason for that is, would you like to explain?
So for health benefit, you should not eat garlic and even mushrooms. So
Okay, because it's kind of believed that when you eat a lot of spices and you eat a lot of these acid-provoking foods, they kind of develop emotions in you which are negative, and that is why they kind of avoid it in the food that you eat. The food here is extremely basic and very, I would say, like less spicy, and it has flavors. I'm not saying it doesn't have flavors, but it's just in general, the spice level is lower, and it just feels more nourishing and healthier overall when you eat.
we call it sattvic food.
Yeah, it's called sattvic food. So you have coriander. What else do you have growing here?
Spinach,
Okay,
methi,
nice.
mint.
So if you walk further up inside the Pyramid Valley, you'll see like a yellow gate from which you can enter and just climb a little bit up to see this Osho statue here. This place is called the Osho Point, which again is in a pyramid shape where you can sit and meditate. This place is open till 6:30 only. The gates shut at 6:30 in the evening once it gets dark. But this is apparently a really nice meditation spot if you don't want to go to the main pyramid area. This is what it looks like from the inside. It's just an empty room, but in a pyramid shape. You can meditate here, spend some time by yourself, and enjoy the calmness. This is another great meditation spot called Tapasthali. It's slightly secluded. In fact, it's probably the most secluded spot inside Pyramid Valley. And I think the people who come here for day trips are not generally allowed. But if you're doing the residential program, you can spend some time here. You can see the pyramid from there. That's how far we have come.
One of the most aesthetic spots for me is the Zen garden, which is basically just a garden with flowers and pure nature all around.
So these are 20-bed dorms. Female and male are separate, obviously. And you get these for 250 rupees per night. That includes all 3 meals, which is lunch, breakfast and dinner. And the best part is that you also have 2 toilets and you have 2 showers. And there's housekeeping as well. They clean the room twice a day, so it's pretty clean. And quite affordable. If you don't wish to stay in dormitories, you also have an option to book private rooms. This is the area for the private rooms. A lot of them are under construction at the moment, but they are sold at 1,000 per night, double occupancy, and they are basic rooms. I'm not sure if I can show you any of these inside, but I'm going to try to fetch pictures from their website and post it on here. There's also a play area for the kids, and this is only for 5 to 11-year-olds. Older children and adults are not allowed to play here, as mentioned on this board. What I really like about this place is that they have these small pyramid-like structures where you can actually just sit and meditate or just read a book or spend time by yourself while enjoying the sun and the view of the pyramid. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the pyramid is right there. And that's me enjoying some me time as well. It is 6 a.m. right now. I woke up at 5:30 because I wanted to go to the pyramid and experience meditation early in the morning. The pyramid opens at 4 a.m. and it shuts at 10 p.m. every day. I'm talking about the main pyramid here. Look how dark it is right now. I am honestly getting really good quality sleep here. I slept at 10:30 last night and woke up at 5:30 and I'm as fresh as ever. Honestly, I think it's also the weather, the nature, and the calmness all around here, which is helping me get really good sleep. So yeah, very excited to kind of do my first ever early morning 6 a.m. meditation inside the pyramid.
The energy inside this pyramid is incomparable. For a beginner meditator like me, I found it very easy to meditate here as compared to any other place in like the city. So I kept coming here for the remaining of my time at Pyramid Valley and tried to get the most of what I could. One of the days I got a chance to spend one entire day with two Mexicans who had come all the way from Mexico City to attend one of the largest global events of Pyramid Valley in Hyderabad. They were in Bangalore to check out the Pyramid Valley Center in this city as well. We all volunteered together during lunch and served food to all the guests who had come for the free meal.
So it's my last day today at Pyramid Valley. It's been a very rewarding experience for me in terms of my personal growth. I've spoken to a lot of people here who have given me tons of insights about the importance of meditation and spiritual journey. More than that, I think it's a lot about the vibe of this place, which is so nature-centric. There is so much to do here, even though the place is really small. There's still a lot to do in terms of just being with yourself. And if you have views like this, there's literally nothing to complain.
After having my last meal at Pyramid Valley, I left for the airport with a feeling that I'm going to be back very soon.
So I'm officially done with my 19-20 day trip across Mysore, Bangalore and Pyramid Valley. I have officially cleared my check-in and security, and I just got some last-minute snacks from Bangalore from this place at the airport called Sarkar by Anand Sweets, and there's also Smoor here. This is already in Mumbai, so I didn't bother trying it out, but I got some stuff from this particular place, which is a local shop in Bangalore. I got some masala after trying the Congress bun at the local food tour, and I also got some other stuff for my family. It's a nice one, definitely check it out. They also have some nice samples to try out. So I'm at the Bangalore lounge here, airport lounge. If you have any of these credit cards like ICICI Make My Trip, then you have access to these airport lounges. I use the Make My Trip one, that's why I know, but there are several others you can check online already. The food here is quite good, and the lounge is quite clean and nice. I love this section of the lounge, it's quite pretty and aesthetic, and overall the service is also pretty good. I'm flying Vistara and we have a vegetarian meal here. This is around 8:15, so we have dinner that's being served. There is custard, there is bun, there is dal, rice and sabzi. We also have these organic India tea samples.
Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to check out my other Karnataka vlogs as well. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday.